Hey guys, it's Hump Day, and I do have a Hump Day editorial for you. I've got two things for you. One is a story, one is just a video link. I'm going to put a link to both in the description box below. Now, they're both out of Texas. The video I'm going to put below is a YouTube video that was shared, but it's a news story out of San Antonio, Texas, where the police chief, McManus, gets the narrative wrong. There's video that captures he got it wrong. And when he's offered a chance to view the video and correct his narrative, he declines. Well, of course he declined. Well, then I can't justify the bad behavior of my cops. That police chief is dirtier than a pigsty's mud in the crap corner. What happened was the police chief said, a truck was lurching forward and driving into his police car vehicles. His police officers that were in the vehicles felt their lives were in danger, so they shot into the truck. The man was fatally shot. Video shows them all get out of the vehicles, fire into the truck, and then the truck rolls forward into the police vehicles, probably because the guy died and his foot came off the brake. And I will put a link to that YouTube video in the description box below of that news story. We're also going to put a link to a story I'm doing now, the editorial that comes out of Temple, Texas. When I was looking for this one on Google, I saw that there was another officer, off-duty officer, charged with DUI. Or they call it DWI, right? I think. That one I won't do, but it's just another cop, DUI, off-duty, charged. But I won't do that one today. I want to do this one out of Temple, Texas. Comes to us from KWTX10. Thank you, KWTX10, for this story out of Temple, Texas. The family of Michael Dean, 28, of Temple, who was killed when an officer's gun discharged following an attempted traffic stop that led to a pursuit on December 2nd, 2019, met with Bell County District Attorney Henry Garza Tuesday, a day after Temple officer Carmen de Cruz, 52, was charged with manslaughter in Dean's death. Attorney Lee Merritt, who represents the family, said the details in the arrest warrant affidavit are sufficient to support a murder charge against the officer, who will remain on administrative leave until he's indicted. Yeah, he gets to go fishing and get paid. Manslaughter is a second-degree felony that carries a sentence of 2 to 20 years in state prison and or a fine of no more than $10,000, while murder is a first-degree felony that carries a sentence of 5 to 99 years or life and a fine of no more than $10,000. Although he disagrees with the charge, Merritt said he'll respect the decision of the district attorney, who, he says, has more information about the shooting, has seen the video evidence, and has spoken directly with De Cruz, who remained in the Bell County Jail Tuesday in lieu of $500,000 bond. District Attorney Garza said in a press release Monday, quote, "The Texas Rangers investigation developed facts and evidence which support the elements of manslaughter." De Cruz attempted to pull Dean over for speeding on December 2nd, but Dean did not immediately stop and the officer gave chase. An arrest warrant affidavit released Monday says Dean stopped at the intersection of Little River Road and Loop 363. De Cruz pulled around the vehicle to block it in and got out of his patrol unit, the affidavit says. Video from the officer's body camera showed that De Cruz approached Dean's vehicle with his handgun drawn, the affidavit says. He ordered Dean to turn off the vehicle and hand him the keys. The affidavit says that Officer De Cruz had the handgun pointed at Dean with his finger on the trigger. Officer De Cruz is seen reaching into Dean's vehicle in an attempt to gain control of the keys to the vehicle with his left hand while holding his duty-issued firearm, a handgun, in his right hand, the affidavit says. It also says that as De Cruz pulled on the keys with his left hand, the right hand pulls backwards, causing the handgun to fire, striking Michael Dean in the head. Speaking for Dean's family, Attorney Lee Merritt issued a brief statement Monday afternoon in which he said the Dean family finds this charge wholly inappropriate, given De Cruz intended to cause death when he shot Dean in the head. Michael Dean was shot in his temple through a closed door seconds after being pulled over for a minor traffic violation. Now, the Temple Police Department has not yet received the results of the Texas Rangers investigation and deferred questions about the case to the Bell County District Attorney's Office. Interim Police Chief Jim Tobin expressed condolences and regrets to Dean's family. He said this has been a difficult time for the Dean family and the community. I assured the Dean family from the start that there would be an independent investigation by the Texas Rangers without any influence by our agency, and that has occurred. Tobin said an internal investigation of the shooting should be completed by the end of February. That's this month. Now, there's a lot more to this story. I just don't have time to go through it all. It's a really, really long article. If you have time, you should go read it. But there's a lot more that goes to this. The death report, the injuries. But the basis of this is that this officer went to initiate a traffic stop. Apparently the guy didn't stop right away. We don't know why. It doesn't really say. Was he in the dark and he wanted to pull up under a street light? Did he want to get to somewhere more public? We don't know why he didn't stop. We do know that when the officer stopped him, he got out of his car, had his gun out with his finger on the trigger for a traffic stop, walked up to the car, fought with him for the keys, and then the gun fired. Now, he says it inadvertently fired because he was fighting for the keys. Did it inadvertently fire or did he fire it? We don't know, but we do know that cops lie. We do know that because Chief McManus of San Antonio, Texas, got it wrong. We've seen the video, Chief. Your narrative doesn't match up to what we see in video. When you see it, it's kind of hard to say it happened differently when you see it. But we know that cops lie. So we don't know if this guy accidentally, the gun went off. He could have just pulled the trigger and said, "There, motherfucker, now give me the keys." He could have got pissed off. I know these bootlickers are going to go, you're just making it up. You don't know. Nobody knows because cops lie. But we do know one thing, you bootlickers. We know one thing for sure. A cop had a gun out with his finger on the trigger on a traffic stop, and a young man lost his life and ended up dead. We do know that. Why? Did he fight with him? Why didn't he go up to the car and go, "Hey, why didn't you stop? I tried to stop you," yada, yada. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm armchair quarterbacking, but I do know that this cop is being charged with manslaughter. If it was a truly justified shooting, they wouldn't charge him with anything. They'd say, you know what? No, we're good. But apparently the district attorney found enough to charge him with manslaughter, not murder. But just the charge of manslaughter gives us the indication that something happened on that road that is not justified as an on-duty shooting. This cop did something wrong or he wouldn't be charged. We know that. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos, that's law enforcement officers across your nation from coast to coast, especially in Texas. I want to know what you guys think. Hey, Rick Crude, you're in Texas. Why don't you chime in? Huh? You little wrestle mini-me. So, shout out to Rick Crude. So, that's your news story for today. I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, or just go read the article. The link is down in the description box below. Thank you for watching. I love to belabor this because it bugs the people that say I'm annoying. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you, guys. Happy hump day.